The Great Pyramids of Giza have a reputation for being shrouded in more enigma than any other man-made structure on the planet. These beautiful pyramids are believed to have been constructed about sometime between the years 2550 and 2490 BC. They are also among the largest pyramids in the world. In spite of the fact that this location is so well known and the site of such enormous archaeological value, not a lot of information is known about what is contained within these towering structures. Simple topics such as precisely how they were built and even why they were built continue to be a topic of controversy among scientists. However, technology is finally getting to the point where it can reveal some of the hidden mysteries of the dead within. What do you anticipate their response to be? The largest pyramid of the Giza Pyramid Complex, which is also known as the Giza Necropolis, lies approximately 11 miles, 25 kilometers, southwest of the downtown area of Cairo, the capital of Egypt. It is 481 feet, 147 meters tall, and its construction on its own is thought to have taken between 20 and 30 years. It is known as the Pyramid of Khufu, after the Egyptian pharaoh Khufu, who was the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty and who commissioned its construction, and it is taller than the pyramids of Menkaure and Chafar, which are its neighbors. It is thought that all of the pyramids were previously encased in casing stones which were crafted from a highly polished form of limestone. However, over the course of several millennia, the majority of the casing stones were dislodged and used in other construction endeavors. The very apex of the Pyramid of Chafar is the only place where any of the original limestone casing has been preserved. Each pyramid in Giza was a part of a larger temple complex that included a mortuary temple, a valley temple, and a series of sloping causeways that connected all of the pyramids to one another. A number of members of the royal family were laid to rest in surrounding smaller pyramids, which brings us to the conclusion that a staggering realization. The remains of King Tutankhamun, also known as King Tut for short, were discovered by a team of archaeologists led by Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon in the Valley of the Kings in Luxor on November 26, 1922. Luxor is located around 320 miles, 514 kilometers south of Giza. The ruins, which were buried pyramids like the most of those that were discovered in the Valley of the Kings, were found buried beneath the sand not too far from the tomb of King Ramses VI. They discovered his tomb together with his remains, both of which were in impeccable condition, which is astounding given that the site of his tomb had been unknown for more than 3,000 years. At that time, the most of the ancient Egyptian tombs had already been discovered, but the tomb of the obscure King Tutankhamun, who had only ruled for 10 years and had passed away at the age of 18, had not yet been located. Carter and Tut shot to international prominence after the discovery of Tut's mummified body and the thousands of precious treasures that were contained within the 4-room tomb. It has been almost a century since this finding, yet it was one of the most important ones made on the pharaonic period in Egypt. But perhaps with the help of science, we can gain a better understanding of the pyramids and the civilization of ancient Egypt. It's possible that science will guide the way. There have been numerous various suggestions made for technological advancements that have the potential to assist in unraveling the mystery still surrounding the Great Pyramids. In 2017, researchers announced that they had used particle physics to explore inside the pyramids, and that they had found a massive void that was over 30 meters, 100 feet, long. It is not known what this space, which is referred to as the Skin Pyramid's Big Void, is intended for. Nonetheless, its dimensions are quite comparable to those of the Grand Gallery, which leads to the location that was previously used as Pharaoh Khufu's ultimate resting place. This incredible finding was made possible by the application of a technique known as muon radiography. Muons are unstable subatomic particles that are comparable to electrons but have a significantly bigger mass. Essentially, scientists employ muons to pierce through the resistant shell of the pyramid in order to assist in mapping what is located inside. Cosmic rays, which are high-energy particles that originate from the sun, can produce muons when they smash with atoms in the atmosphere of the Earth. Muons have the ability to pass through solid objects without causing any damage to those materials, which is an extremely helpful property. It also helps that muons are basically everywhere. Kumihiro Morishima, a physicist from Nagoya University, began mapping the pyramid in 2015 by placing multiple muon detectors within the Queen's Chamber, which is the lowest known chamber within the pyramid, and leaving them there to collect data for several months at a time. This was done in an attempt to determine the layout of the pyramid. Muons have a high level of penetrative ability and are able to move far more freely in vacuum than they can while moving through solid matter. They expel energy, but the object does not take it in, thus they are simple to spot when they are looking for it. In the instance of the cavern in the Great Pyramid, he found more muons than you would expect if they were traveling through a fully solid surface. This result suggested that there was quite a bit of empty space deep into the pyramid's interior. This technology has also been utilized to locate previously unknown tunnels and caverns beneath Mount Ekya and to investigate the wreckage of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. Both of these endeavors were successful. In addition, archaeologists intend to utilize it to either establish or disprove the existence of the legendary aqueduct that is said to be buried deep beneath the ancient Greek city of Cumae. Additionally, it has applications in the field of volcanology. Even while the technology cannot forecast when a volcano will blow when used on its own, scientists hope that someday they will be able to utilize the technology in combination with information gained from other sources in order to eventually be able to anticipate when a volcano will blow. To what extent are muons able to map the pyramids? Researchers deployed nuclear emulsion films, scintillator hodoscopes, and gas detectors, each of which is a unique type of muon detector, in order to establish beyond a reasonable doubt the reality of the Big Void. The Queen's Chamber was the first location where the nuclear emulsion films were displayed. The films are placed beneath the object that you want to map, which in this case are the top chambers. This process is similar to how a picture is developed. After traveling through the pyramids and emerging from the other side, the muons are developed on the nuclear emission film in the same manner as a photograph with a long exposure. In comparison to more recent technological advancements, nuclear emulsion fields are about as archaic as they sound. Yet, they continue to be one of the most accurate methods of measuring muons. It is estimated that the length of the seemingly empty space, which the researchers refer to only as the void, is at least 100 feet, 30 meters, long. However, it is not obvious what purpose it serves. Researchers have hypothesized that it could be an artifact left over from the construction of the Great Pyramid, or it could have been an internal ramp that was used to carry the large roof blocks of the King's Chamber into place. Some people believe that the fact that the empty space is situated exactly above the Grand Gallery is evidence that it played a role in the building of the gallery in some way. Researchers intend to carry on with their investigation of the vacuum in the hopes of elucidating its function. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.